Today we're going to talk about adding and subtracting polynomials, and basically you've kind of done this since the start of the school year. You're basically just combining like terms. So 12p to the third plus 11p squared plus 8p to the third. 12p to the third and 8p to the third are like terms, so add the coefficients together, the numbers in front, so we get 20p to the third. And we are left also with 11p squared. These are not like terms, so we just leave it as it is. Next, we have 5x squared minus 6 minus 3x plus 8. The only like terms here are negative 6 and positive 8. So let's combine those. And we have positive 2. We'd like to write all of our answers in standard form if we can, so we're going to write 5x squared and then minus 3x plus 2. So we've just combined the like terms. Next we have 10m squared n plus 4m squared n minus 8m squared n. And notice all the terms are like terms because they have m squared n's in them. And so we're going to add or subtract the coefficients as indicated. 10 plus 4 is 14, minus 8 is 6. So we have 6m squared n. So we just get a monomial for our answer. Next, if you have parentheses around polynomials that you are adding together, it's perfectly okay to just remove the parentheses. All you're doing, that is, if all you're doing is adding them. Now, we don't have any numbers in front of the m squared or the m, so we can slide ones in there. So our like terms, 4m squared and 1m squared gives us 5m squared. We just have negative 1m. We don't have another m term, so we'll put that in. And then we have 5 and 6, which is 11. Okay, now let's move on to the next one. We have 10xy plus x plus negative 3xy plus y. Since we're just adding the polynomials, go ahead and remove the parentheses. You can just write that as minus 3xy plus y. So let's combine our like terms. We have 10xy minus 3xy, which gives us 7xy. We don't have any other like terms, so we're just going to write down the plus x and the plus y. So we have 7xy plus x plus y. Next, we are adding together these next two polynomials, so we have 6x squared minus 4y plus 3x squared plus 3y minus 8x squared minus 2y. So let's go ahead and subtract or add the like terms. So we've got 6x squared plus 3x squared minus 8x squared. 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 minus 8 gives us 1, so we have 1x squared. And then we have the y term. So we have negative 4 plus 3 minus 2y here. So negative 4 plus 3 is negative 1 minus 2 gives us negative 3. So we have 1x squared minus 3y. You don't have to keep the 1 in front if you don't want to. So moving on to the next page, we're going to deal with subtracting monomials. Now, what I would recommend doing is when, or subtracting polynomials, I should say, is put a 1 in front of your second set of parentheses, in front of the parentheses of the polynomial where you're doing the subtracting. So you want to keep the first polynomial as is, x cubed plus 4y, and now just multiply your polynomial that you're subtracting by negative 1. So you have negative 2x cubed. Now combine your like terms. This is like 1x squared minus 1x cubed minus 2x cubed, I should say, which gives you negative 1x cubed, and then you still have the plus 4y. Going on to the next set, you have a 1 that you need to slide in front of the polynomial you're subtracting, so you're going to multiply the second polynomial by negative 1. So we get negative 5m to the fourth plus 5m squared minus 8. keep your first polynomial. Combine your like terms, so we have 7m to the fourth minus 5m to the fourth. That gives you 2m to the fourth. Negative 2m squared plus 5m squared gives you positive 3m squared, and now you just have your minus 8. So 2m to the fourth plus 3m squared minus 8. Next, again, slide your 1 in front of the polynomial you're subtracting. Write down your first polynomial. Keep it just as it is. Multiply the second one by negative 1. So we have negative 1x squared plus 9. So we have negative 10x squared minus 1x squared for like terms, so we get negative 11x squared. Then we have negative 3x, and then 7 plus 9 is 16. Next, same thing. Put the 1 in front of the polynomial you're subtracting. Write down the first polynomial, and now distribute. So negative 1 times q squared is negative 1q squared. Negative 1 times negative 5 is positive 5. Like terms, 9q squared minus 1q squared, so that gives you 8q squared. You don't have any other like terms to go with the 3q, so we'll have minus 3q, and then plus 5. So 8q squared minus 3q plus 5. Now, our last problem, it says a farmer must add the areas of 2 plots of land to determine the amount of seed to plant. The area of plot A can be represented by 3x squared plus 7x minus 5, and the area of plot B can be represented by 5x squared minus 4x plus 11. Write a polynomial that represents the total area of both plots of land. All right, so the first polynomial is 3x squared plus 7x minus 5. And we want the total area of both plots, so we're going to add to it the second polynomial, 5x squared minus 4x plus 11. So add together the like terms, so we have 3x squared plus 5x squared, and we get 8x squared. We have 7x minus 4x, which are like terms, so we have plus 3x. And then we also have negative 5 and plus 11, which gives us positive 6. So we have 8x squared plus 3x plus 6. That is all for today. Thank you for joining me.